Hey, thanks for tuning into Disco Chaotica. I'm your DJ, and this is a brand new series. Now, I know that we've gone through a couple of new series recently, but this is a new, mostly vanilla series, and we're moving away from Better Minecraft just for now, taking a little break from that to do a proper vanilla playthrough. Now, this is not a continuation of our original survival playthrough. This is not a continuation of the 1.20 playthrough, because I want to just start from scratch and do things a little bit differently. We do have a couple of data packs in here that alter the terrain slightly, as well as adding a few additional recipes, just to make things a little bit easier and to make things renewable. So those are going to be in effect, but otherwise this is pretty much a vanilla experience. So without further ado, we are going to jump right in. I'm going to try and skip past most of the resource collection just because that tends to be less interesting. I've noticed in videos in the past people don't seem as interested in those sections and they kind of skip around them, which is totally fine. It's understandable. You guys want to see the exciting stuff, and so that is what you are going to see instead. Well, at least most of it. Obviously, considering that we are just starting out, there are going to be a few things that we can't exactly skip over, just because it is the very beginning. This is the starting phase. So, not going to be too much to show outside of that resource gathering. So, I'm going to blast through that as quickly as we can and get to the interesting stuff. Which means building. I am going to make more of an effort to build in this series. Now, I know I'm not the best builder, but I've been working at it. I've been working on some designs which I think are going to look really nice. So let's get through as much resource gathering as we can and get to building. Is that... Oh no. Not again. Every new series that we do, there's always a village right nearby. And you know, I want to avoid it. I want to just go off and do my own thing, but come on, it's right there. We'll just take a quick peek. We'll just check to see if you have any fun goodies, and then we will go. See? Nothing else to it. Oh man. I'm realizing I don't have... I'm trying to do this fairly close to a vanilla experience, which means we're not using Jade or Hyla or any variation of that, and we're not using any version of Just Enough Items, JEI, any of that stuff. And it's a little bit weird. Like, we've been doing our modded series for so long, with all of that information just being readily available, and it's gonna take some getting used to. I may end up going back to it. I know that some people are not exactly huge fans of that sort of content, but I'm using some other mods in here already as well. So if you guys aren't bothered by those, then you probably wouldn't be bothered by that additional stuff. But I do want to try and keep some... Hello, please don't do that when I'm trying to work. But I do want to keep some sort of semblance of the original vanilla experience going on here. So we might avoid that for now, but gotta be honest, I'm really missing that information. Sir, I was about to sleep there. If you just let me, I promise all of your problems will go away once I've slept. Except for, you know, not being time to sleep. No, I don't want to trade with you right now. I want sweet dreams. There we go. Perfect. See, now you can go about your day and everything is fine. I see this as an absolute win. We are going to steal this stone cutter because we are definitely going to need it for some of our design stuff. In fact, Clay, you're coming with me as well. We might need some bricks for something later. I think that I have an idea for a palette in mind already for what we are going to build. I don't think I'll spoil that quite yet. We'll let it get a little bit later into the video before I do that. But I think that we are going to do something, probably with mud? Again, I'm not giving the exact specifics, you guys will have to wait and see for that. But we are going to be doing something fun, and I don't know if it'll involve clay. Maybe it will, maybe not. And, of course, I am going to steal the wheat. I promise we're not going to live off of bread for the entire series, but, it makes a very tempting first food source. And in a game like this, with the way that I like to build, where I don't have a lot of farming stuff in place, that tends to be needed early on. Wow, a lot of this terrain, though, looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if this is vanilla. I know that we have some mods that affect, like, world gen, so this might be something vanilla. Also, surface iron for the win. Oh, we have a little overhang here. Let's jump into our free cam. Oh, bunch of stuff down there. And normally we wouldn't be able to see that at all, but I just can't give up my gamma mods. It's really cool. Look how it all just sort of shuts out over the edge. Hold on. We have shaders in here. Let's take a look what that looks like. Oh, shaders and gamma do not work well together. Kind of looks like I'm just staring down into the void. Hello, what are you looking at me? Oh, you know, just the sweet release of death. Nothing major. But since we have iron already here, we might as well just, you know, make a cobblestone pick, retire our wooden pick, which we will never use again, our one and only wooden tool, and then just grab a whole bunch of this. There. What a nice start to our series. No need to scrounge around for iron. I mean, I'm sure that I'll have to go hunting for iron plenty, because that was, what, 5 pieces? That is definitely not going to sustain us forever. But it is a nice start. Now, I'm sure that a few of you who have watched some of my other stuff are wondering, well, what about Better Minecraft? Is that still going to be going on, or is this the new series, or are any of his other series going on? And my answer to that is no, Better Minecraft is not canceled. Ooh, that's fancy. Sorry. Yeah, Better Minecraft is not canceled. We are just going to be taking a break from it. I have been doing that series, we were, what, 10 episodes in, and I just needed to do something to kind of get my creative juices flowing again. Because we got through there, we made it to the end, we finished most of the advancements in that, and then it's kind of the question of, well, what do I do now? And there's a ton of stuff in the pack, a lot of stuff that I didn't get into, but honestly, I just want a chance to sort of sit back and take it easy and play some good old-fashioned vanilla Minecraft. The way that this pack is set up, that I'm using, it's in a way so that the world will be entirely the same. If I were to put up a world download and someone were to try to open it in a vanilla client, it would work exactly the same way as it's working for me right now. You would have all of the same recipes, all of the same terrain changes, all of that kind of stuff would still be present. And in that way, you guys would be able to have the same experience that I am having. Wow, it is easy to get inventory just so cluttered so quickly. Like, I've forgotten, man, this is gonna be a bit of a challenge. I've gotten a bit, I wouldn't say no, you know what? It's lazy. I've gotten lazy. I have mods that give you backpack space and all of that kind of stuff, and, you know, it just kinda all does the job for me, and so I need to get back into the habit of, you know, conserving inventory space, being responsible about it. And is that another village? Either that or I just went in a giant circle. And either one is equally plausible. No, it looks like this is a different village because they still have all of their wheat blocks. You know, someday, if bundles ever get properly added into the game, I hope that they are added in random loot chests, because the idea of having to hunt down a rabbit just in order to get one bundle, or hunt down a lot of rabbits in order to get one bundle, just, it's a lot, and I mean, we need better inventory solutions to begin with, but definitely needs to be something better than murdering a bunch of rabbits for it. So I think it is time to seriously start looking for somewhere to set up our base. Look at that. I don't have a zoom key right now, but if I did, you'd be able to see those mountains really well. And this cherry biome, and the pit that I just fell into. Lovely. Oh, yeah, this will be easy. Even if we didn't have a pick, it's still super easy to get ourselves out of all of our problems. Which, isn't that just life? You dig yourself into a literal hole, and it's easy to get out, but sometimes you just gotta put the effort in. So I may have completely filled up my inventory, but at least we got blue and red dye. And you know exactly why we need those. Swap you, red, and blue to make purple. Stick our bed in there. There. All is right again in the world. So as much as this is a gorgeous area, look at those mountains, look at the cherry trees and all of that good stuff. This is actually not the kind of place where I want to settle down. In an ideal situation, I'd be able to find, actually looking for either a desert or even a mesa. Those are much rarer, but that's what I'm hoping for, because the aesthetic that I want to go with really lends itself to that kind of appearance, to that kind of biome. And because of that, there's not a whole lot, at least in this area, that is drawing my attention. But we will find something, and it's going to be amazing. Look how gorgeous that is. Look, it's a giant cherry grove right next to an icy mountain, which is now dripping with lava right toward that tree. It's fine. The tree will be fine, probably. Oh. Hello. We definitely don't have the resources to fight you or do anything here, but can we at least see do you have any cages, and by extension do those cages have allays in them? Or allays? I usually say allays, and you know what, we're gonna stick with that. You've got 2 iron golems, and you do have allays. Okay, we don't really have a way to, you know, keep them with us, so we are gonna have to remember this place and come back to it. Oh, don't have the resources for that yet. I think we are going to crash in this village, which I think is the original village that we saw at the beginning of the episode, which means that we have been going in one huge circle. Yep, I remember this hole going down into nowhere. I've got my own bed. Why am I looking for a bed? But we'll borrow one of their chests, just throw our stuff in here for now, and then once we find our permanent place to keep all of our stuff, then we will switch over to that. We've made a chest and dropped anything we don't immediately need into it. In fact, we picked up some iron from one of the blacksmiths earlier, so we're just gonna go ahead and make our iron pick. Isn't it iron pick? Isn't it iron pick? Yes, it certainly is. Actually, there's really nothing ironic about that. But it's fine. We're just doing literally whatever we want. Because this is our series. This is my series. I'm in charge, and I say what's fun. Well, maybe the YouTube algorithm says what's fun, but I say what's fun on the first episode, and then we'll go from there. Wait, is that a village in... Did we see this before? Is this the other village that we went to? No, it can't be, because the other village was somewhere way over there. So this is new. This is a third village in a very small area. Why does this happen? Every series, we get into like the first or second episode. And no, not even the second episode. It's always the first episode. We immediately see a village. It just has all of the stuff that we need. And then we have to go wandering off to do things on our own. Because of course we do. That's how you do it. That's how you play Minecraft. You do your own thing. And sometimes that own thing is following the same rules that everyone else follows, and that's fine if so. I think. I actually have no idea what I'm saying. I don't quite understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, but that's alright. And this is yet another new village, by the way, not one that we'd already visited. Is this? There's double bee nests right in this area. That's super nice. Maybe if we do bees, I always say that we're going to do bees and then I never really do bees. But if we do bees, then we'll have to remember that these bees are here. Now, I have been in this area for a little while, and I am becoming increasingly convinced that we are on a giant island. Because we've already been to that village, and I thought I was going in a new direction. So it kind of feels like we're just going in a giant circle. Look! Finally! Pants! I won't be nude anymore. Well, partially nude. And I still need boots. But, we'll find those eventually. But I'm pretty sure that I was wrong. Now that I've actually looked around, I'm pretty sure that I was wrong about being on an island, because I kept going around the coast, and now there is this. Which I'm pretty sure means that we are on a peninsula, which, if you're not aware, is like a shape, kind of a thin piece of land that juts off of another continent, or off of another piece of land. Think of, if you live in the US, you probably know about Florida. Florida is a peninsula. It kind of just sticks out there. Or what's another one? Italy? Italy's a peninsula, right? I think. But yeah, not only does it not end, it wraps back around this way. And that... Hang on. I spy some clay? Hold on. We're just gonna swim across here. Why? Because we can. Yeah, this is a bunch of clay and drip leaves. It kind of looks like a lush cave? Yeah, it looks like a lush cave, except not in a cave, if that makes any sense. Oh, hello. But yeah, it's totally exposed. We've got the azalea, we've got the drip leaves. Look at all of this. We've got a creeper waiting to blow us up. Not today. Hopefully. Oh, no, he sees us. Okay. This, I think it goes down into like an actual lush cave. I'm gonna, thought I might be able to snag that berry on my way down, but no such luck. There we go. Freedom. Oh, not so much freedom. Actually, this is death. This is a whole lot of death. Maybe we jump back into the ocean and just never think about this again. Man, we've found icy mountains, we've found dark oak, we've found even a bunch of jungle, but not a single desert or mesa or anything like that. Hi. Ooh, I don't know why that scared me so much, but it did. Maybe we'll have to give up on our original plan for a building location. It's also going to take resources that I haven't really taken the time to collect yet. I think I mentioned before that we're going to be using mud bricks, and those take time to get ready. At high, it's a huge party of creepers, a group of creepers, a caravan of creepers, a creep of creepers. There we go. So I think we're gonna find something a little closer to here, somewhere to set up shop, just not quite so far away from all of the action. And we'll have time to branch out and really get to know the lay of the land a little bit later on. But as for right now, it seems like a lot less work to just stay close. Okay, so after mulling it over a little bit, I think that we are going to start out in this area. We're gonna flatten everything out, make our little starter base. I can't promise that it'll be too fancy at first because it's really just going to be a place to store my stuff. And then once we find a place for our actual base, then we will move everything over there. But so far, I'm stumped, so this is where it's going to be. And I tried to record this next part with the replay mod, didn't work out so well, so now we have a giant hole in the ground. We'll get it working later on though. So I went a little bit overboard. This is our, what is this, our third shovel, I think? I really need to figure out how to get the replay mod to work, because I have it installed, and one of these days I'm actually going to take the time to figure out how it works. But I decided that we wanted lots of open space for our build, and so we kind of flattened everything. Haha. Whoopsie. I mean, I've been going back and forth, kind of just destroying everything. But now that I'm doing that, look, these super flat walls. It looks like a giant square. And that's not so great. It's not great for aesthetics. I don't know much about aesthetics, but I know when they don't look good. And so we're gonna do something, let's see. I'm gonna do something in here to make it look a bit more natural. And then maybe here as well. No, that looks way too uniform, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm sure that there's a way to clean this up, and I just don't know how to do it. But we've got plenty of open space, and I'm gonna need to torch up all of it because we've already got some visitors. Let me just take you out. There, Monster Hunter. You've been defeated by a player, and so I get your bones. Wait, I don't get your bones. My inventory is full. Arrow. There. I get your bones. See, that's what happens. You mess with me, I get your bones. No, actually, that sounds dumb. You mess with me, I take your bones. That's a little bit more menacing. I take your bones just means... well, it means I take your bones, and I think we all know how that works. Also, in the process of clearing out this area, we got a little bit of dirt, which is actually going to be something that we need in order to make our mud bricks. Dirt and a lot of water, and it's going to take so much time to process it all. So what are we going to make our little starter house out of? I mean, we could just make it out of dirt. We don't have the water to make mud yet, but if we could just make the dirt, like, that's an option. And so that's exactly what we did. For this section, I was finally able to get the replay mod to work, sort of. I'm still figuring out all the ins and outs of it, but we were able to get the basic structure built. It's kind of just a dome of dirt at the moment, but I plan to make it fancy with grass and moss and other fun stuff, just to give us somewhere nice to live while we look for a spot for our proper base. Unfortunately, partway through, I noticed that there was a big problem. Oh no. Have we... hold on. That's... hold on. Have we made this... oh no. It's lopsided. The whole thing. How did that happen? I thought my math was right. Okay, after looking at it some more, everything seems to be fine except for this section. I believe all that happened was that we got our numbers slightly off. Because that's, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just need blocks up here, right? So 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it's 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. And then something is still off here, but I'll figure that out. Okay, yeah, I think this is all it is that these blocks needed to be here. Then if we just fill in that's not, hold on, that's still not quite right. This goes in, like, but that one goes twice. Oh boy. Guys, this is why I don't build anything. Hello? Hold on. I heard a noise, and I saw particles. Where did... I have just been block napped. There you are. Hey. Oh no. Oh, I've made a mistake. I've made a terrible mistake. Hi. You, he's on my roof. He's going... There he is. Did you drop my block? Dude, come on. We grabbed another block? How much damage do shovels do? Not enough. Whew. See, that's what happened. You grabbed a second block. Where did you put the first block? Did you drop it off way out there somewhere? Am I going to see just like a lone dirt block just sort of hanging out over here? You mind your business. Could not find the dirt block, but to be honest, we're not exactly short on dirt blocks, so it doesn't matter all that much. What we are short on is understanding how this happened and what exactly is going on here. So I think that we just brought one of the sides out too much, or we messed something up and I don't know what it was, and it's bugging me. Oh, there it is. So you came around, dropped it off here, and then grabbed a second block just to taunt me. How dare you? Okay, let's get a bird's eye view of what is going on here. So we've got one layer, 2 layers, 1 block deep. Is it just that we needed blocks here? So we went a little too far over just on this corner. I think that is all that it is, right? Just grab these guys or take those out. And then down here. Is that it? I think that's it. How does it look from the inside? Oh gosh. I keep forgetting it's not like spectator mode. We have to actually go through and do it. Okay, yes. That looks perfect. Everything is fine now. I'm not upset and wasn't freaking out about this at all. I think for the rest of this, we're just going to cap it off. We're just going to like not go up another layer. It's just gonna build it straight across. Might not look the most visually pleasing, but considering that none of my building projects look particularly visually pleasing, I'm sure it can't be that bad. Oh man. That was so close to being perfect, whatever number of stacks that was. I guess it was 1 off. Wait, because it was 1 off because we had to grab another one, so it was 2 short? I don't know. But this I mean, once the grass grows up over the top of it, it'll look a little bit better. But I am gonna decorate it, make it look a little bit nicer. But at the moment, yeah, it's just a slightly fancier version of a dirt hut. Okay, it's just about there, just waiting on a few more patches to fill in, and a few patches inside to fill in. But it looks okay. It's not pretty yet. I am going to work on making it pretty, I promise. But yeah, it's functional. We can move all of our stuff into here. So that's something at least. I'll take it for now. Alright, we've got our stuff moved in except for our chest full of dirt, which I think I'm gonna leave out there for now. And it's looking pretty nice. There's just one glaring issue, and if you've watched my content for any length of time, you probably already know what it is. Let me just turn off our gamma mod. Boom. There we go. Gosh, lighting up builds is my greatest weakness. But today we are going to make it happen. There. How does that look? So not exactly mob free. Maybe we add some more around these corners. I don't know. How does lighting things up work? I haven't the slightest idea. It's not it's kind of basic. It gives me some very like early 2010s vibes in terms of houses, but keep in mind this is only a start. This is a very basic starter build. This is kind of just to give me a base of operations until we find the perfect place that I'm looking for our real base. Our permanent base, our mega base. I doubt it'll turn into a mega base. Nothing about anything I've ever built has been mega, but we'll see. Okay, that feels nice. With our nice double doors, our awkward one extra door left in our inventory because for some reason the door recipe makes 3 doors instead of like an even number, despite using an even number of materials. Like, if you're gonna do that, maybe you could at least use 4. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't we have a data pack in here that lets you use the stone cutter to make... I feel really dumb now. I completely forgot that this was a thing. We have a data pack in here that turns the stone cutter into sort of a block cutter, which basically means that it is able to cut wood in addition to stone. And that would have saved us not a lot of resources, but some resources. And that's going to haunt me for the rest of my life. So we're getting a little ways into the episode. Usually this is about the time when I start to wrap up recording. First episode of this series, so it's probably going to go a little bit longer, but there's one thing that I absolutely have to do before we finish the first episode. It's something I try to do with every first episode, or well, of the few series that I have on this channel. Something I've tried to do is get diamonds before the end of the first episode. And if we head over to our chest, even though we've been finding lots of goodies, we've found emeralds, we've even gotten an ender pearl, but not a single diamond. So, one last time, we are going to dive down and find some caves, get some diamonds before the end of the episode. Looking around for a little while, and I've not found any really good surface caves. So I'm thinking maybe we just start digging. We just start going down and see where we end up. Oh, I got really excited for a second because we just found andesite. But then I remembered, oh, we're not in modded. We don't have the create mod. We are doing this in vanilla. Don't have to worry about collecting andesite for andesite alloy because it's vanilla. It's the way that things are supposed to be. Not to say that mods aren't supposed to be a thing or exist or anything like that, because they're very much encouraged. by the dev team. In fact, a lot of the current dev team at Mojang is actually former mod developers. I definitely get the appeal of playing in vanilla, he says, while using a pack with a bunch of client-side mods. So I heard, ooh, copper. I thought that I heard zombies or something off in this direction. So instead of our tried and true method of just going in a straight line, because that has never led us wrong ever in our lives, we are turning a corner. See what's going on down here. Now it's this way. Is it? I heard, oh, well, I guess we were hello, was it you? Are you the one who has been leading us toward this lovely place? Well, in recognition of your service, I decided that you needed to die. I don't have a sword on me, so I can't actually do anything else about that, but here we go. This should be a nice start. Can we see any diamonds? We can't zoom. I really should just throw the zoom mod in there. Anything? Maybe there's something. Maybe I'll have editing DJ just zoom in if there are any diamonds around here. There probably aren't, but we are gonna come back with a sword for one thing, and then we're gonna look for them. We've got a sword and a bucket. You should never leave home without both of those. Here's our hole. A very deep and dark hole. It's fine. I'll torch it up later. Probably. Okay. And now, we're able to get down to you. Zombie buddy, you've helped me out a lot. You gotta die. There we go. Oh, and you. Another thing we should never leave home without is a shield. But I'm doing just that. Hopefully it doesn't end up being terrible. So unfortunately, the video footage decided not to work with us for this next part. So here is the very real footage of me discovering that there was a section of the deep dark not too far away from where we were digging. And initially thought, hey, let's go down here. And then I triggered the warden. So we decided not to go there. Yeah, we will find diamonds another way. We'll find them another day. Because that, no, I'm pretty sure, I get the feeling that the warden showed up. And that's not something that we want to think about ever. And so we're just, wherever the exit is, that's where we're going now. We're just gonna leave. We're gonna leave, it's gonna be fine, and that's a perfectly satisfactory ending to the episode. Right? We don't need to go any further. We don't need to brave the warden or the ancient city right now. Right? Right? And then we did it anyway. Oh man. That's a little embarrassing. I thought I was recording getting my very first diamond, but we just recorded the very end of it. We found one diamond way down in this pit, and now we're going home because I do not want a warden to eat my face. Or any other part of me for that matter, but mostly the face. Oh, okay. This is our, check it out guys, our first diamond. Yay, definitely our first. Woo. There's the achievement, diamonds, acquired diamonds. Ignore the one that's already in the inventory. Let's go home. There we go. Back to the surface. We've made it back to our little mound with our face completely uneaten. Not too shabby. But I think that is going to be where we end things off. We made a little hut, tried to flex my building skills, probably failed at it, but we are going to make it look better in the future. And we even got our first couple of diamonds, and it went super well. We didn't get into mortal danger even a little bit. Thank you guys so much as always for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you haven't already, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe so that you can see when future episodes come out. Anyway, I will catch you all on the airwaves. Goodbye.